What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. I'm back with that BS. I got this story here. I did this video once. I'm going to do it again because there's been an update. So I'm going to read the whole thing over. It is a horror story. This ain't a love story. This is a Titanic. This is a real-life Titanic story. And I'm going to tell you what the update is, too. So, sorry, I just got through eating. I'm sick, guys. So if I cough, sneeze, make funny noises, you have to excuse me. I'm not going to hide her name. It's a public post. It's on my Twitter. This is going on my Twitter also. So this lady says, I fell in love with a boy once, unrequited. I was so shy. His family owned a cafe, and I would go most Saturdays to eat blueberry corn cakes and urine. No idea what urine is. Sounds very white. I'll have to try it. Friends would accompany me and encourage me to talk to him. I never did, but every Saturday, I make this breakfast for my kids. It's blueberry corn cakes. So this lady's married. She makes blueberry corn cakes for her kids. Well, she's not married anymore. She's divorced. Surprise, surprise. And so I did some commentary on it on X, saying, you think free mixing is wrong? Or you think Muslims are wrong about free mixing and whatnot, And then here's the update. My wife here, this is a woman moment. My wife says, well, only she knows about it. Nobody else, not the guy nor her husband. What's wrong with it? Why are they like this? Why are they like this?
She's the one who suffered.
You women are horrible creatures. You deserve less. All of you. You just chains and cages. They should be in chains and in cages in houses. Islamically, you can't do that. So this is what they deserve, though. So anyway, this crazy woman, she goes on to say, this was taken shortly after brunch. She puts up a picture of herself. I guess she's supposed to think, oh, look how hot I was or whatever else. I don't care. This was taken shortly after brunch at his cafe. It's his parents' cafe. It's not hers. But you see how she romanticizes him. It's his cafe. It's his parents' cafe, and he just worked there. Dude was literally a waiter. Well, I don't know if he was a waiter, but it was his parents' cafe. She didn't say that. The tragedy... Excuse me. Like I said, I'm saying. The tragedy of the unrequited part is that he was interested in me also, but just as shy. The first time we encountered each other, we stood feet apart on an otherwise empty deck. He had followed me out, not speaking until we went back in. She's like romanticizing a guy that was an absolute wimp, wouldn't even talk to her. He'd follow her around like a creep, but he wouldn't talk to her. You see how goofy women are? Dude's an absolute creep. We had mutual friends, and we were friends on social media. Yet, lol, I moved away and lost track of him. Much later, almost after 2 years single, I Googled him when I was ready for love. So she went out, hoed around, and then she's like, oh, I'm ready for love now. I got it out of my system. I've went out and I've been ran through by Chad and Tyrone and whoever else. I'm ready for love now. What does that mean, ready for love? You weren't ready for love when you met the guy? What? Let's not get into details, whatever. Found my now ex-husband's blog instead. They have the same name. And now here we are. So she found her husband, her ex-husband, surprise, surprise. And they had the same name. Oh, look at that guy. Do you see how broken this woman is in general? Why are we surprised that she's divorced? She's like, got some fantasy in her head, comes back ready for love. Then she's like, let me look this guy up now that I'm ready for love. After I got the jinkies out my system. And then just find some other guy with the same name. It's like, oh, he'll do. What? Anyway, feeling nostalgic. She's feeling nostalgic for a guy who never even touched the back of her kneecap. For the sweetness of that time. I was in love with him for years, from afar. Held everyone else I met to the standard he set for a man, which is why I dated so few. Or maybe she did have something going on with him because she set a standard, based off other guys. I don't know what that standard would be. She hasn't put a whole lot of details in here. I think my marriage was cursed from the beginning because of the name. There's only one S. Yeah, you're dreaming about some other guy and marrying this guy. Yeah, of course your marriage is cursed, you dumb cow. I'll never look him up. There's no way he isn't happily married with a family somewhere in California. The guy might be a woman by now if he lives in California. He's definitely left if he stayed in California. He's probably walking around calling himself Sally instead of Steve. He might not even remember you at this point. I hope he doesn't remember you at this point. You're a horrible person. This was 17 years ago. But I think of that romance, mystery, and innocence while cooking these pancakes to feel a gentle fondness. She's cooking pancakes for another man's kids to feel a gentle fondness. Good morning, Steve Jr. and Steve Juniorette. I'm going to make some pancakes from this guy, I fell in love with while I'm with your father here. You kids. This is all about Steve. It's not about you. I don't care about feeding you. I care about how I feel making the pancakes. Your hunger, you little shit. You're Steve's kid. You're Steve's kid. You're not the Steve's kid. So I'm making the pancakes for me, for my feelings. You, your hunger, your breakfast, kid. Eat these. I wouldn't care if it's grits with like goat meat in it. That's what Steve had. You're going to have it, okay? Why are they like, and then my wife is here. No, well, nobody knows what's wrong with it. You broken bitch. Why are they like this? Oh, this is like Titanic. The lady gets banged by a bum in the back of a car in a ship. Kills the dude, basically. There's space on a piece of wood in the ocean for everybody. And she's like, you're going to die here on this log, buddy. He gives her a multi-million-dollar necklace that he stole. Then she comes back 70 years later, got grandkids, all sorts of family, husband, everybody was with her whole life, took care of her, gave her a great life. She goes out, takes this multi-million-dollar necklace, throws it in the ocean, like if she doesn't have an entire family where that $17 million necklace couldn't change their entire lives. Now it's got to go in the ocean. Because my feelings, your future, your financial stability, it's about my feels. Bros. I can't tell you enough. I don't know how to throw vetting into this, but you definitely can vet for this. You got to stay away from these alpha widowed women, man. You got to find these alpha widowed women, and you got to stay away from them. This is why I say it's your job to alpha widow your woman. Now, I'm not saying don't do anything her on, but you got to figure it out, bro. You got to find a way to just jam her head up entirely. And women, listen, I don't care what y'all think about it. It's a job's man to actually do this to you. Break this woman. This woman is broken. This is a damaged woman. It's your job, brothers, to break women and damage them because they want to be broken and damaged. Look at her. It's your job. If you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it, and she's going to be thinking about him while you're there like, oh, Susie Q, I love her so much. And she's going to be like, oh, Ted, I remember Ted used to blah, 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 blah. I'm going to make Ted's favorite chicken today. Here you go, honey. Here's Ted's favorite chicken. And you're going to be sitting there eating chicken like, hey, this is good chicken. Yeah, because she put her heart into it because it was for Ted, not for you. Okay? Be Ted, don't be you. I'm sorry. Don't be you, buddy. Be you, but be Ted. You know what I'm saying. Holy smokes. Stay away from these women that had boyfriends, crushes, sweet 16s, all bros. You got to vet for this stuff. It's the signs are there. Homeboy ignored them. He went into it anyway. And, well, you see what happened. They're divorced now. It's going to be you. It's going to be you, okay? And I'm not saying that, this will protect you from divorce. But at least be the guy that, she's pining over at some other point. It's the guy she's like, oh, I remember Ahmed. He was so just rah-rah with this big black beard. Be that guy. Don't be the guy you come along, Abu clean shaven. And she's like, look at this guy. Let me get some hair clippers and act like I'm cutting, Abu Ahmed beard, when I'm doing my husband's hair. I'm going to learn how to cut his hair so I can act like it's Ahmed's hair, like it's his beard when I used to trim it and line it up for him. Be that guy. Don't be the other guy, okay? Anyway, I'm getting worked up. That's just crazy, man. This is crazy. Look at, and you can't tell me free mixing and Islam is wrong about it. You got to keep these men and women apart. Protect your women from this also. You got to protect your women from this stuff so they don't end up with some broken hoe, with some crazy mentality. Dude just sneezed on her kneecap and she's dreaming about him 17 years later. Pancakes, brothers. 17 years, this hoe's making pancakes 17 years later, bro. 17 years later, pancakes. What the hell did he do to the woman? Be that guy. Don't be the guy sitting there eating pancakes. Oh, these are good. Be the guy she's like, yo, I'm thinking about you when I'm making the pancakes. Holy shit. Allahu Akbar. All right, I gotta get off this, man. I'm losing my cool here, okay? Free mixing is bad, and this is why. It is a good story as to why. This is your man, Abuamerican. I'm out.